This is Rob from Rob's Guitar School, and welcome to another one of our videos in our acoustic series. And here I am teaching the lead guitar part to Operator by Jim Croce, the Maury Muehleisen part. And there's a lot of really cool stuff here, but I want to say this accompanies the other video that I did teaching the Jim Croce part, the rhythm guitar part. So this is probably the best place you're going to find on the internet, on YouTube here, to learn these, because I watched many videos of their live performance of this, and so I transcribed it personally myself. And we're going to have links to their performances throughout this, so you can actually see Maury Muehleisen performing what I am teaching right here. So once again, you're not going to find a better transcription, video teaching of this than right here. So each part is taught in bite-sized chunks, with tab, chord charts, and in little parts that are easy to digest, if you will. And before you know it, when you assemble all these parts together, you're playing exactly as Maury Muehleisen did. So for the lead guitar structure of the song, it really comes down to three parts: the intro, the verse, and the chorus. The chorus is played the same way 3 times, so that's easy. The verse, on the second and third times, he plays variations of that first verse. And then there's the signature intro. So, but from a basic performance perspective, if you're going to be playing this, if you learn the intro, the verse, and the chorus, you're good. You can certainly play the verse the same time on the second and third verses. And one more thing, just before we get started here, the way Maury Muehleisen plays the guitar here is he uses a thumb pick. You can really play this in one of 3 ways. You can play it with a thumb pick like he does, or you can play it fingerstyle like I'll be teaching it here, or you can hybrid pick where you have the guitar pick in your fingers and you're using your second and third fingers to do the finger picking. So just a little bit, since I'm teaching fingerstyle, because I'm a fingerstyle player at heart here, just a quick review on our finger picking rules here. So when we play strings 6, 5, and 4, we're going to be using our thumb, and then when we use our string 3 is our index, the middle finger is on string 2, and then the ring finger is on string 1. So you can even do a little warm-up exercise by going 6, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this isn't something you are new to, and if you want to get into more involved and complicated fingerstyle playing like this down the road, really follow these rules. There are slight exceptions you'll run into as you play along, but if you follow these rules, you'll be great. Okay, so let's get to it. Alright, so to be able to play this lead guitar part here, you've got to have a capo at the 5th fret. And it's kind of ingenious here from Maury Muehleisen's part working with Jim Croce. So for example, when Jim Croce plays a C, which would be down here, Maury Muehleisen is playing the G chord shape, which is actually a C, which is a different voicing, and it gives a more fuller sound when they go to perform. So, but anyways, put a capo at the 5th fret here. Alright, so let's get to it, and here is the intro to the song. Alright, so we've broken down the intro into 2 sections here, intro lick 1 and intro lick 2. So here is intro lick 1. Alright, so this is how we do this here. We got some really cool hammer-ons here, which are turning into little mini chords, kind of. This is like a part of a G chord here. But the top part here, which goes right along with Jim Croce's G chord that he's playing right at that moment there. Okay, so our first finger is going to be a bar here at the 10th fret. over strings 1 and 2. And then what we're going to do is, once again, using a good finger picking technique here, my ring finger is picking string 1 and my middle finger is picking string 2. And with my left hand here, I am hammering down onto the 12th fret of string 2, while still letting the 10th fret of string 1 ring out. So it's a really cool sound. Okay, so you're going to hammer on and then remove that ring finger. Just do strings 1 and 2 at the 10th fret. So we have, now you can have your pinky and your ring finger on the 12th and 12th fret of both the 2nd and 3rd strings. So we have this, and then you're going to go back to the 10th fret on strings 1 and 2, and once again tablature is showing here at the same time. And then you can go back to those the 12th frets on strings 2 and 3 again. So we have, and then you're going to go do another hammer-on trick here, the 10th to the 12th fret, and then go down 2 frets, and you do the same thing that you did at the 10th and 12th frets, but now here we're hammering on from the 8th to the 10th. So we have, that whole thing is, and the last thing here is some inversions. So if you're familiar with inversions, what it is the root note is the higher sounding note here. This is an E minor third, so E minor. So anyways, I won't get into this theory too much here, but it's pretty interesting stuff. That'd be E, D, C. But anyways, we're going to go. Now, in terms of playing it, ring finger is on string 1, index finger is plucking string 3 here. We're following those finger picking rules I talked about earlier. So 12-12 here with pinky and ring finger. And the reason why you're doing that is because your next one is 1st and 2nd fingers on the 10th and 11th frets of strings 1 and 3. So we have, then you just slide everything down 2 frets here. So you had 8 and 9 on the 1st and 3rd strings. So we have, then move everything up 1 set of strings. And you got your index finger on string, so yeah, index and ring just like before, but your middle finger is plucking string 2, and now your thumb is plucking string 4. Once again, following those great ring finger and pinky here on the 10th frets of the 2nd and 4th strings. And then you're going to pluck it again and slide up to the 12th fret. And then shake it a little bit for some vibrato. So that last part goes. There we go. So that whole part is. All right. So now here we are moving on to lick 2 of the intro. So intro lick 2, and that's going to go. And then. Okay, so we got some cool slides and stuff going on here. So we're going to go 12 and 12 on strings 2 and 4 respectively. Once again, thumb here on string 4, middle finger on string 2. And then that's pinky and ring finger, because our next one is going to be 1st and 2nd fingers on the 10th and 11th fret of strings 1 and 3. And then ring finger and pinky on the 12th fret of strings 1 and 3. So we have, you're going to pluck them again and slide both fingers up to the 14th fret. And then back down to the 12th fret. So we have really cool sounding. Back to 10 and 11 here on strings 1 and 3. Then 12 and 12 on strings 2 and 4. So we have, that's 10 and 10 on strings 2 and 4. Once again, pinky, ring finger. So that was, and then it's going to end up with the the same part that we did in lick 1. So here's that whole second part. There we go. And here's the whole intro. Alright, so that takes us to the verse, and the verse is going to be divided into little chunks here, but here is a demo of the entire verse. I did it! So here's the demo of part 1 here. Alright, let's get to it here. So note, this part right here, you can kind of omit because it's really the end of the intro part, but since it really happens at the same time that the verse 1 starts, I've kind of got to include it here. So anyways, so once again, that's the end of the intro part. Okay, moving on to the next part, and we're sliding from the 10th fret to the 12th fret on strings 2 and 4. Once again, you can go back to the intro if you want to see that. Okay, the next part is, so all I'm doing here is on string 3, I'm sliding up using my middle finger to the from 9th to 11th frets. Index finger, because this is string 3, so my index finger. And then my index finger is on the 10th fret of string 1, using my ring finger to pick that. And then a little vibrato, and then you're going to slide from 11 to 9. And then 8th fret of string 1. So that's simply, and then we have, so this is very similar to the intro part of the song, where it goes, you know. So it's very similar to that. So once again, it's just going to go. Alright, so once again, so we get pinky and ring finger on 12 and 12 on the first and third strings, respectively. So we're going to go, then we have 10 and 11, and then we're going to go 8 and 9 with our first and second finger. So ring pinky, first and second, and first and second. Okay, and then we are on strings 2 and 4 there with pinky and ring finger. So we have okay, 10 and 10, and then 8 and 9, and then Capo is on open strings 2 and 4. And then you're going to go 8 and 9 here on strings 2 and 4. And then you're going to hammer on with your ring finger and pinky to the 10th fret of strings 2 and 4. So that's, we had. Okay, and then the last thing of part 1 is, we're just going to slide, pick with our thumb here from strings 10th fret to the 12th fret on string 4, and then pinky on the 12th fret of string 2. So here is that part 1 again. So we have. really are cruising here. You're doing awesome. All right, so here we are with part 2 of the verse. All right, so similar to a lot of things that we've done here, similar to the verse, excuse me, similar to the intro. So we are on 12 and 12 on strings 2 and 4 with our pinky and ring finger. That's our middle and thumb here. And then on strings 10 and frets 10 and 11 on strings 1 and 3 with our index and middle fingers. And then pinky and ring fingers on the 12th fret of strings 1 and 3. So we have, and then we're going to pluck the 12th fret again on strings 1 and 3, and we'll do a slide up and then slide back down to the 12th fret. And then here we are at 10 and 11 respectively on strings 1 and 3. So we have, and then 10th fret on strings 2 and 4. Now we're going to make a little bar here because we got to on the 7th fret on string 7th fret, because we're going to do a hammer on it. So we have, so this is our middle finger on the 8th fret of string 2 and a ring finger on the 9th fret of string 4. And now we're going to do 7th fret with a bar here on strings 2 and 4. And the hammer on to the 8th and 9th fret respectively on strings 2 and 4. And then 10 and 10 on strings 2 and 4. Slide up to 12th fret. So that was, once again, I'll do that one more time for you. There we go. All right, so now for the third part here. Here's the demo of part 3 of the verse. All right, there we go. So let's break this out. This is really similar to verse part 1 here. It's going to start off with sliding up from on string 3 from 9 to 11, and then 10th fret string 1. Once again, index ring here with my right hand, and then slide down to 9 from 11 to 9, and then we're going to go. So I'm not going to teach this all over again, but just this is from part 1. So. Slide up from 10 to 12, and then 12 on string 2. And then the thing that's different here is the very end part. It's going to slide up from 11 to 12 on string 3. That's pinky on string 1 at the 12th fret, and then you're going to go. All right, so how do we do that? So you're going to, with the ring finger, you're going to slide up from the 12th fret to the 14th fret, and then pinky is on the 14th fret of string 1, ring finger here, so we have, and then you're going to go down to 12, 12, then middle finger and index here, 11 and 10, and then down 2 frets, 9 and 8, and then we're going to do a finger flip here because you're going to end up playing a D chord in the chorus part, which you'll see in a bit. So that's 7 and 7, but with your index on string 3 and middle finger on string 1. So that here's that whole part 3. A demo of that again. There you go. so here we go for our tutorial of the chorus, and this is chorus part 1 here. And what I want to say is these first 2 notes of the chorus are really the end of the verse part, kind of overlapping here. So this is how that'll start. So alright, so here is our demo of chorus part 1. So our first part here, as I was saying, is really the end of the verse part, which went, oops, sorry. So that's the beginning of the chorus, but really, as far as the lead player goes, you're holding that chord for a second, for a beat and a half, and then you're going to go. So our finger picking pattern there for a lot of this is going to go. And then 2 notes and then strings 1 and 2 together. So in this case we're on a D chord, so it's going to go 4 and then 3, 4 with our thumb, 3 with our index finger, and then strings 1 and 2 with our ring finger and middle finger there. So once again holding to our finger picking pattern, finger picking rules. So we have, and then we're going to switch to G chord shape here with our ring finger on top, middle finger on string 5 at the 2nd fret respective to the chorus, and then pinky is going to be on the 3rd fret respective to the, not respective to the chorus, respective to the capo. That's what I meant to say. So it's technically a C chord here, but G chord shape. And our finger picking is going to go 6, 3, 1, 2, and then 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3. So, okay, then we're going to go switch back to our D chord shape, which is really a G chord here. But because of the capo, we're using a D chord shape. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and then hammer on. Our middle finger comes up on string 1, and you can hammer on to the 7th fret there. And then lift your middle finger back up and go 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. And then you're back to the G chord shape. Oh, sorry, 6, 3, 2. And then you're going to go to an A chord shape. And it's best to do here kind of like a classical A chord shape. Instead of having your 3 fingers in a row like this, have your 1st finger in the middle, the 2nd finger over the top, and the ring finger down below. It's just easier to get. It's a more compact space, so it's easier to get string 1 to ring, which is what we're going to need here. So on this A chord shape, it's going to go 5, 3, 2, 1, 2. So that 1 measure is. Okay, then we're on to the 5th measure here. We're back to that D chord. We're back to that D chord shape. So that's the same as before. And then we're to an E chord here. And the voicing that he's doing here, now technically it's an A minor with the capo here, but it's a regular E minor with your 1st and 2nd fingers here on the 2nd frets respective to the capo on 5 and 4. But we're also going to add our pinky on to the 1st string at the 3rd fret respective to the capo. And our finger picking is going to go 6, 3, and then 1, 2 together, 6, 3, 1, 2 together, and then 4, 3. So that's the end of chorus part 1, and here is, I'll play it for you once again so you can kind of see it. So now we are on to chorus part 2 here. Kind of short section, but it's got some kind of fun stuff here. So it goes. here's the first bar of that. We've got a 1-finger G chord shape here. All I did is my ring finger on the 8th fret, or technically 3rd fret respective to our capo here. And I am picking the 6th and 2nd strings together. And then the 3rd string. And then I'm going to lay my first finger flat at the 7th fret, or 2nd fret respective to the capo. So that's open 5th string, and then this is laying, my index finger is laying flat over, strings 1, 2, 3, 4 here, but I'm just playing the 5th and the 2nd strings, and then 3rd string. So that's, then I'm making a B minor chord shape, technically an E minor here, but so we're going to do the finger picking here is going to be 5 and 2 together, and then 3, 4, 3. So it's okay. Moving on to our next bar, we have what we're going to do here is just lay our first finger flat here on the 7th fret, once again 2nd fret respective to the capo, and we're going to go 6 and 2 together, so this would be thumb and middle finger, and then 3 back to 2, so and then hit 6th string again, so, and then you're going to switch to that open A shape, so it's going to be A chord shape, the one we just talked about previously. 5, 3, 2, 3. So it's okay, and then we're going to go to E minor chord shape. So just like we did previously, this is going to go 6, 3, 1, 2 together, 6, 3, 1, 2 together, and then 4, 3. Then you're going to go to that A shape, and you're going to pluck strings 5, 2, and 3 together. And then you're going to go, it's going to do a little sus4 hammer-on pull-off. So while you're holding that shape down, your pinky is going to hammer on at the 8th fret here, the 3rd fret respective to the capo, You're going to pluck string 5 at the same time. And then string 5 by itself. So that one measure is just going to go. Okay, so here's that chorus part 2 again. Good. So here's chorus part 3, and here's our demo of it. Alright, so let's just talk about this section just a little bit here, because it's pretty rapid here. And when you're playing try to still stick to your finger picking. If you got a thumb pick, that's when you kind of switch to like thinking of it as a regular guitar pick. Obviously, if you're hybrid picking, you can just switch. You don't have to use your other fingers. You just use your guitar pick. But if you are doing a finger style such as I am, it's mostly thumb here on the thicker strings, and then I start to do alternating between my thumb and index finger, kind of like the up and down of a pick here. All right, so let's just get right to it, and you kind of see how it goes here. So the first part we're just going to do is 6, or doing a G chord shape here, or just a 1-finger G. So my ring finger is on the 8th fret, the 3rd fret respective to the capo, and I'm playing 6, 2, and 3. I'll pluck simultaneously, and then we enter into our blues riff here, which is really cool. Our blues lick. Okay, so so it's going to start with the open 4th string, and then index finger on I'm just going to say the frets respective to the capo here. I'm not going to get too carried away with what they actually are. So open 4th string, then 2nd fret on string 5, and then hammer on open to the 2nd fret. So it's, and then we have open on string 4, and then 2nd fret on string 4, and then open. So we have, okay. Then you're going to do a hammer on from 7 to 2nd fret to the 2nd fret to the 4th fret here. And then we're going to go 2nd fret to the 4th fret here, and we can do that twice. So we have, then we're going to go up 1 fret. I'm just going to start saying the frets where they are on the guitar here, just so we don't have to count from this. So this is going to be 8 respective to the nut here. So we have 8, 10, 8, and then we're going to slide. You can see I'm kind of alternating with my index and middle finger. So we get 8, 10, 8, and then from 10 I'm sliding up to 12 on string 2. So then we're on string 2. I'm sliding from the 10th to the 12th fret, and then I'm hitting string 1, the 10th fret, and then hitting the 12th fret on string 2, and then sliding back down, sliding to 10. So it's like this. So ring finger sliding up and down, and then 8, 10 on string 2. So we have, and then 8, and then 9 on string 3, and then back to 8 on string 2. So we have, but you can see I'm alternating with my index and middle finger here, but still using my ring finger on string 1. And then from here we're going to go, we're going to slide from the 7th fret to the 9th fret, and then 8, 8 here with my index finger laying flat. So 9th fret here. So it's going to be slide from 7 to 9, and then 2nd using this shape here. 1st finger is a bar at the 8th fret of string, just on strings 1 and 2. Middle finger is on the 9th fret of string 3. So sliding it from 7 to 9, and then 2, 1, 3, 2, and then I'm going to slide up from 9 to 11 with this shape, and then I'm going to go 10, 11, and then 10 and 10 on string 1 and 2 together. So 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st and 2nd string, and then I'm going to go down to last thing is slide down to the 8th fret, 8, 8, 9, and I'm plucking string 4, open string 4 at the same time. So let's kind of break that down. You know, once again, the tab is on the screen, but here's the demo of that again. Yeah, so that's the whole chorus section, and great job to this point. The chorus is involved, but really fun. Okay, so let's move on to our breaks here that happen between, there's break 1 and break 2. Break 1 is between the 1st and 2nd verse, and break 2 is between the 2nd and 3rd verse here. Alright, so that was the demo of break 1, and let's just get to the tutorial part of this here. So how it's going to start here. So we've got a D chord shape here, and we're here at 7th fret. You got the tab, capo at the 5th fret, of course, and we're going to go 4, 3, 2 with our D chord shape, and then we're going to lift up our middle finger, and we're going to do a hammer on and pull off. So once again, my thumb, middle, index, ring finger on my RAM. And then you're going to go 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd string. And then we're going to do the lick from the intro. And then, so once again, just refer to the intro, because that's just like how the intro starts. Okay. Very good. All right, cool. So now we are going to break 2 here. All right, so here we are with the tutorial for break 2 here. Just like these. So what we got here is D chord, and then it's going to go to this G chord shape between that. Okay, so with the D chord, it's going to go 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to do a hammer on and pull off with our middle finger here, and then we're going to go 2, 3, 2. So we have. And then you're going to go to our G chord shape. Once again, the G with your ring finger is 8th fret, 7th fret, pinky on the 8th fret here. You're going to go 6, 3, 1, 2. That's a ring finger, middle finger. And then still while you're holding this shape down, you get this kind of little lick here with your middle finger. So it's going to go 6, and then you're going to lift up your middle finger and hammer on to the 2nd fret. 2nd fret respective to the capo, and then open 4th string. And then you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of string 4. Then you're going to pull off from the 4th string to open, from the 2nd fret to open here, and then open, and then put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of string 5. So it's like, so that little part goes. So your middle finger's kind of doing some work here. And then it just repeats that same thing again. And that's it. So once again, it just does it twice. So here is that whole break 2 again. Cool. All right, so here we go into our outro part with this, and here is our demo of it. All right, so here we are for the tutorial section here, and the outro, with the exception of the very beginning and the end, is the same as the intro here. All right, so let's just kind of go through it here. So we're going to start with our D chord, and it's going to go 4, 3, 2, and then you got a hammer on with your middle finger lifts up, and you're going to hammer on to our D chord shape here. And then you're going to go 2, 3, 2. So we have. And then we're going to go to the lick that we have from from the intro. So I won't repeat that. You can switch the intro if you want, if you need a refresher on that. Then it's going to go just like the intro, and then continue on just like the intro. This is the only part that's different. He just slides up from the 10th fret to the 12th fret with some vibrato. So, and then you smile, you're like, hey, end of the song. So that's, let me just play that whole outro for you again. Well guys, so that is the wrap here for the Maury Muehleisen part. As I may have said earlier in this video, I'm not sure if I did or not, but the second and third verses are variations of the first verse. I'm not going to teach them here in this video, but they are included in the tablature, which is linked in the description of this video. When you go to perform this, just play the verse section 3 times, the chorus section 3 times, because the chorus section, by the way, he played that the same way each time when he performed it. So if you're interested in, oh, and before I forget, check out our companion video where I teach how Jim Croce played his parts in the song, note for note, and the same way as I did here. It's a great video, and if you want to play it exactly the way as Jim Croce did, you can watch that video. In that video, just like this one, I have links to Jim Croce performing it live, so you can kind of check our work here. And that's it. So if you're interested, oh, before I forget again, if you really like this video, please click like and subscribe. We have lots of videos on our channel and a lot more to come. And if you're interested in lessons from our guitar school, Rob's Guitar School, click the link in the description and fill out a form to set yourself up with a free trial lesson on Zoom with one of our awesome instructors. Or if you live in the Boston area here in the US, you can come to our school and get your free trial lesson. Anyways, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this video. I had so much fun learning, transcribing it, and teaching it here, and I hope you have a lot of fun playing it. All right, so take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.